I forgot about the no recording voice.
I'm leaving that in, probably. You can't escape me. Anyways.
So we're back.
Hello.
Believe it or not, we're still alive.
Debatable.
Not debatable, we're alive.
You can't prove that. You could be talking to a ghost.
Woo! Actually, that is true. I could be. I'm in a completely different state from Elias now, so I have no clue if he's actually. I hope he's alive.
Yes. No, this is all AI generated, you know?
I'm sure if I get Declan on call.
He's actually at the library 3D printing something right now, so.
Of course, Dylan is.
I forgot about that.
I haven't. I'm sure the listeners will have no clue about the what, like the yeah.
You're like, what
Mhm.
the hell are you talking about? That's a good question.
I wish I could word what I'm talking about. The Declan versus Dylan thing. They're gonna have no context for that.
Yeah.
The context is I misspoke his name one time because I genuinely forgot he was named Declan, so I called him Dylan. So, my
Cool.
bad.
Yeah.
Whoopsie daisies. So now he's Dylan.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, did it just delete my inventory? Sorry, I'm playing something at the same time. And
Yeah, he's playing Minecraft like a fucking loser
how am I the loser here?
because you don't go out on walks.
Actually, I did this morning. Speaking of which, I should go
Congratulations.
let my dogs in. I'll be right back.
And now you're stuck with me. Yeah. I don't know what to talk about while Elias isn't here. Because usually he has something to pitch in for when, uh, yeah, I forgot all words in the dictionary for a second. We're good. Yeah, he's usually able to joke about or be depressing about something, so. Ooh! I found a vine on a tree. If you haven't gathered, I'm on a walk. Although I'm sure you know about that. Ooh. It's very, very floppy. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm still on the Death Note thing. I think I talked about Death Note last time. Yeah, I'm still into that. A bit more into it than I was before. Because it's been, as of January 25th, it's been 5 months since
I'm
I've been
back.
obsessed with Death Note. Hi, finally you're back.
Hi, I just heard something that sounded like withdrawal. My
Not
note, stop
not
it. No.
not withdrawal. Death Note.
You said 5 months without, like,
Not No, I said it's been 5 months since,
uh-huh.
and I have most certainly have not gone 5 months without Death Note.
I'm so confused.
Yep.
Then
I'm,
again,
I'm
when am I not?
I'm sure the listeners will be confused too.
Oh my god, no, down,
Oh,
down.
I should probably elaborate. When I said that Elias and I are in different states, I mean like
Denial.
we're
Ow.
shush. Um, I am in a different state than Elias now. We go to separate schools. We go to separate stores. Actually, we went to separate stores before
Yeah,
due to living in different areas.
point
But
is,
that's
it's
the point.
different.
And I don't go to game club because we don't have a game club at my school.
Losers.
I mean, they have an esports club, but I don't care about esports.
So do we.
I know you guys have an esports club.
I mean, it
I
kind
do
of
not
sucks, but
care.
like,
Yeah. Well, so yeah, that's what's up with me. I moved to a different state for medical reasons, which I think I talked about in a different podcast, where I have the joint issues, and also the POTS issues. POTS, not in the marijuana way, in the dizzy way.
Oh, you wish.
But yeah, um, so that's fun. Actually, it is fun. I got referred to so many different doctors already, and I've only been here for like a month. Super happy about that. So, what's been up with you, Elias?
Boredom. You know, the casual crying in a corner, normal existence.
Yeah, he's in denial about me being gone. I'm not.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Honestly, Elias is genuinely like the only thing I miss. Cause
Laverna was like the only person I really knew.
he knew other people. He just doesn't
Not
like to talk to
really.
other. He knows other people. He just doesn't like to talk to other people.
You're
There's
the
a
only
difference.
person who actually listens.
Touche. That's because I
Is that
enjoy
depressing?
listening to you.
Maybe. Am I stuck with it? Yes.
I still enjoy listening to you. Like genuinely, Elias has been one of the only people I've called, except for one group call one time months ago. Not months ago. That's I've only been here for a month. Like
Yes.
it wasn't all that. It was like yeah,
Oh, ow. I'm gonna die.
not yet. Well, I mean, your game you might.
No, not IRL. No, I'm just getting swamped by a lot of things.
Red
leave,
mud.
leave me the hell alone.
Eh. The mud looks cool because it's red.
Oh, you're a
Actually,
creeper.
it's not actually red. It's orange. Na, 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 na. But it's still cool.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
here in Brasky, it's so much better.
no.
Maybe not to you.
They're over there reaching like negative 20 degrees.
No,
And
no,
that's,
we hit 50 like every day this week.
yeah, this week. 50 is like the norm here.
That just means you guys can't tolerate cold temperatures.
That is true. Everybody was freaking out because of a rainstorm.
Man, in Nebraska, we just do not give. Well, I've been told we really shouldn't swear as much, but like I just do not care.
I don't really. Personally, I do not care if you cuss.
Well, yes, but I family members know
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
that's fair.
That is the problem.
Hmm.
It's not you,
Uh,
it's you. Oh my! Don't worry about the. Yeah, I have my own problems at the moment with this stupid server crashing.
womp womp.
Like, I just need you to stay active for
I'm
10
staying
minutes.
active. I've
Huh?
been staying. I'm staying active.
Yeah, and I had a 30-minute walk today, so
I have hour-long walks at least.
weirdo. How
No,
dare
because
you
then
be?
you have the music on and you get to jam out for a very long period of time and you get a daydream. I love daydreaming and walking is the best time to daydream. Especially since I know this path really well now. So
Oh.
the most I have to worry about is a golf cart running me over. And that hasn't happened yet.
Ah, yes, the common thing.
Hey, when the golf carts
They
are
are
a
not
very common.
scary.
Okay, well, you have them driving 20 miles. I don't know if it's 20 miles an hour. I'm going to assume that's how fast they can go.
I
Just
don't think so.
in the middle of the night, you just see a mysterious light shining around you, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And so you have to jump into the grass real quick to get out the way of the golf cart.
I don't know, man. Sounds like a you problem.
I love the trails down here because they go through the forest. Oop, speaking of a golf cart, this one's blue.
This one's blue. So apparently, where they went was like what, Georgia, right?
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah, apparently golf carts are super common down there. I've been in the same house my whole life, so I love my surroundings. I'm very familiar with them. What the hell do you mean there's golf carts everywhere? Golf carts
Um,
would get stuck every 10 minutes in the winter here.
yeah, well, the winter is basically our fall. So that's what I've gathered. I was going to say something, but then I forgot about it. It was something about Nebraska, I think, or maybe it was about Georgia. It was about one of our states. Not weather related. The trees are skinny. It wasn't about that either, but the trees are skinnier here, which is really cool.
Haha, losers.
Dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die,
Losers,
dabba dee dabba
what are
die.
you doing?
Well, earlier I said the word blue, and I immediately wanted to start singing that song, but then you started talking, and so I couldn't sing the song because it would have been rude. I have a blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color of the night I wear.
Huh. Well, I would love to argue with that. I have
Ha,
seen you
joke's on
with
you.
some
I'm wearing.
non-blue things.
Ha, joke's on you. I'm wearing all blue today. That's not true. I'm wearing mostly blue today. Blue shirt, blue jacket, blue pants, shorts, blue shorts.
I don't think you're wearing blue right now.
I am wearing blue.
I don't know why, but I kind of doubt that.
It's a dark navy blue though. The
Uh,
shorts are like there's gray on top of the blue on the shorts. They're I don't know how to explain it. I will not be drawing myself in it though.
yeah, fair. By the way, you said you had another one of those drawings coming. Got any time frame for that, or just procrastination?
On what? Oh, I've been doodling you.
That's a way to put it.
That's yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. You got your own problems, I guess.
You're no, I mean I've been doodling Elias version of you, not real you yet.
Uh,
Emphasis on yet.
I can crawl.
I guess I could draw you crawling, but
I can.
necess- I
I
don't
can
necessarily
sprint. Oh my god.
I don't necessarily want to draw you crawling like a puppy. Elias, you good over there?
Yeah. Just discovering things about this mod pack I'm playing, such as
Okay.
I can speed dash and crawl.
Like a little puppy.
No, not like a puppy.
I like how you're just ignoring my earlier
Oh, it
comment.
looks so much worse in F5. I love crawling and having my legs get completely disconnected from my body. That's how
Common
bad it
Elias
looks.
moment. It's a common
Uh,
Elias moment. Oh
what,
my
you don't have
god.
souls pouring out of your sternum?
I don't have holes pouring out of my sternum. What?
Souls,
Oh, souls. No, not typically.
typically.
You get that every once in a while late night. You know,
No, I don't.
sucks to be you then. Oh
I
my god,
don't
people
know.
down here are friendly.
You might have just had an unlucky neighborhood or something. Because my
No,
neighborhood is great.
no, I mean like people will just like I'm on the golf cart or not golf cart. I'm on the golf cart
Beautiful.
path. I don't have a golf cart yet. I'm on the
Sad.
golf cart. Yeah, I need a driver's license to drive one. Which
That
I
makes
couldn't
sense, but it's also kind of dumb.
I can't get a driver's license yet because the school transcript, West Side, is West Side.
Mm. Congratulations, you just remotely doxed me.
Whoops. What was it? Oh yeah. Need to text mom and say that I'm probably going to be on a walk longer than an hour.
That might be useful to do.
Yeah, probably. The only reason I say that is because I see the part where I usually turn around and start heading back home, which is about 30 more minutes to walk home, and I don't really want to walk home right now, so.
Yeah. Hi, Kita.
I'm just curious, do you hear the golf cart noises as they drive past me?
No, I do not.
Oh, that's good. Itchy, itchy. I haven't taken my allergy medicine for the past 2 days.
Oh,
I should probably take it today, because if I didn't take it today, it would become a third day.
that would be a you problem.
That would be unfortunate. Just
It's a
because
surprise problem that will help us later.
I
Hi.
see,
What?
no, because I have Me Plus, and I literally have on Me Plus, take allergy medicine, and I keep not checking it because I keep not doing it like an idiot, and I see it late at night when I'm going through everything I've done, and I'm like, oh, I could just stand up and walk the 2 feet to get to my desk to grab the medicine, or I could just suffer, and I always choose suffer for some reason. Like,
Reasonable or asshole? We'll go asshole.
because last night I decided to I was like, oh hey, I did take my allergy medicine. 30 minutes later, I decided to stand up and go to the heater to turn it down, but I never took my allergy medicine.
That sounds like a you.
My priorities are all out of whack, apparently.
Hi,
So
why
yeah,
the hell are you? What the hell? Is
I'm
it
gonna
hitting
draw
my
your.
CPU max? Sorry, I've got my own thing going on.
Yeah, Elias's real life haircut is weird to draw.
Oh, I just got it haircut. I just got it cut today.
Yeah, and it's short
Yeah.
and weird, and I don't. Ooh, there's a new path into the
Oh, they're
forest.
finally home.
It's
Maybe.
a it's
Okay,
a
it is.
trail. There's a trail in the forest. I might get kidnapped, but at least I'll be on call during it.
You do realize that you could have just gone behind my grandma's house. There is a nice trail there.
You are aware that I don't remember where your grandma lives. She most certainly does not live in Georgia.
Yes, obviously, but like
I
you could have
remember what
done
I was
that.
going to say earlier.
What?
I think it was about people and how nice they are. Where I kind of went into it, but then I got cut off. I got cut off because we went into a different topic. So
Ha.
um, people are a lot nicer down here than they were in Nebraska. Like, how do I explain this? I
You that's
feel I feel like I'm not going to be ostracized for being me.
that's gonna happen anywhere you realize. You just
Well,
gotta get the wrong group of people.
obviously, it's going to happen no matter what because every place has its jackasses. That's just to be expected. But like
Yeah.
uh, at our old school, I felt constantly like very under. I felt like I was under scrutiny all the time because I knew who the popular people were. Here, I don't know who the popular people are, so I don't have to worry about that.
Fun fact, the easiest thing to do is just to not care.
That's well, obviously you saw what I would go to school in.
Yeah,
Clearly, I attempted the not care option because it's a lot more fun just to be yourself.
arguable.
Well, as long as yourself is alive, then we're good.
I mean, I
What?
guess. Hold on.
I'm gonna continue going down the muddy path. Methinks. But yeah, I've been really into Death Note lately. Yes, I guess that's apparently the topic I'll immediately go to when Elias leaves. Uh, yeah, Death Note is really
I'm still
cool.
here.
Oh, hey, you're back. Good. You stopped me from going into a Death Note rant. I
Okay,
found
cool.
I found a lizard in my house the other day.
That's not something you hear often. I'm gonna be honest.
It was a very small lizard, and it was just a little guy. He wasn't rude or anything. He just chilled in our hamper, and then he went outside. I was walking in the pouring rain, and so I guess he just went on me while I was walking home. I guess, which I wasn't aware of, but that's okay. Because he went back outside. He was a nice little guy. Dad wanted to keep him. Killian, my little brother, wanted to keep him, but Mom did not want to keep him, so we set him outside.
Hmm.
Which I mean, reasonable. So from now on, if we ever have any lizards in our house, we will not be telling Dad because he will be telling us to keep the lizard. Oh, hey, I found the end of this path. I think. I'm
Bunch of
curious.
elephants.
Elephants? What? Muffins!
Huh?
I don't know why, but the word elephant reminded me of muffins. Which it should be reminding me of our mutual friend. Because earlier I was insulting him, as one does,
Yeah.
and and I call because we were talking about height, and he said he was 6 foot, and I called him a tallie, and he was like, "Come up with something creative." And so somebody else said a giraffe, but he doesn't really have a big neck, like a long neck. He has basically no neck. And so instead, I was like, you know what? An elephant would be more accurate. And he was like, there we go. That's a good insult. And so I made fun of him for having a degrading kink, and that shut him up.
What?
Do you know what a degrading kink is, Elias?
I know the second word, but not the first.
It's where you get turned on by somebody degrading you.
That's that's a sentence I just heard.
Do you know what being degraded is, at least?
I'm not. Yes.
The way you said it made me think that you just don't want to know.
No, I
Being,
do.
hmm. Some people also have a praise kink.
That's a little weird. Like,
For
oh, you're
me,
doing such a good job.
for me, this is like normal stuff that I've already known. And then Elias over here, staying in a sheltered world, probably by choice. I was a very sheltered kid, and so I don't know a lot of things. Like Club Penguin, I never heard about what Club Penguin was. Still don't know what it is. But it was
Oh,
a
it was
thing
an old game, I think.
apparently a lot of kids played it, but that's all I know. Um but yeah, I don't know what normal kids did really. So yeah, I was a very sheltered kid. I'm still a pretty sheltered kid, but I'm trying to learn more about the world. Which some people might be like, why would you ever want to do that? Well, you see, I don't want to be ignorant most of the time. There are some things I can be ignorant about. I can't remember what those things are right now, but I will say sometimes you just want to be ignorant.
I mean, I guess.
Did you know there's an entire section on fetishes in the DSM-5?
The what?
Do you not know where the DSM-5 is?
No.
It's like the psychology Bible. Best way of describing it.
What?
It's
That's not a good way of
basically
describing anything.
basically the it's where everything about like all the main actual diagnosable disorders is in this book. A bunch of big brained people came together, psychologists, they came together and they're like, this is how we will be able to diagnose these disorders. And
And
then
why is that topic in there at all?
it's later on in the book. It's in like it's towards the end of the book. And it's just an entire section about fetishes. They don't call them, I don't know, I don't remember if they call them fetishes. But like the first one I remember seeing is if I can speak, Matt, I know how to speak. Give me a second. Let me. I know how to Google the word so I can read it out loud.
Ah,
Hold on. Never mind. I forgot how to spell the word.
hmm, I don't know. That sounds kind of like a you problem.
Masochist.
Oh,
There we go. For some reason, I thought there was like a ch in there, like in a way. Masochist. That was the first one I remember vaguely looking at, but I didn't like pay attention to it really because I haven't done a deep dive into the DSM yet.
hmm.
I only
Cool.
have narcissistic personality disorder and ADHD that I've actually like studied out of the DSM. The narcissistic personality disorder I chose to do for class, and the ADHD I chose to do because of light yagami. Well, actually, I chose to do both of them because of light yagami, but one of them was for a class. Mm. Ooh, moth. I'm gonna step on.
Oh, skeleton.
Ooh, squish, squish, squish. It's on a squishy, decomposing log. Pine
Neat.
cones are fun to kick. I
Yes.
really want muffins. Lemon muffins specifically. Doesn't that sound good?
What does?
Lemon muffins.
Not really, no.
What? Do you not like lemon muffins?
I like lemon squares.
What are lemon squares? Are they like brownies, but instead of being chocolate, they're lemon?
Kinda.
I love those. I
I've always
love
had a
lemon cake
I've always
things.
had a high tolerance for sour and zero tolerance for spicy.
Huh.
Except for salt. Like salt, that's just kind of the thing that I eat, but like
Salt? Salt isn't spicy.
it's really not considered spice, no. But like that's incorrect, but it is right at the same time.
Not spicy. You're crazy. Just crazy.
Point being,
Ow.
point being, even if it's mildly spicy, my body will have a problem with it.
Oh, I love spicy things.
I hate them
So,
because it like my body overreacts.
Elias, what do
But
you think you're going to do after high school?
breathe.
Well, that's not helpful.
I've never been good at thinking about the future.
That's fair. The only thing I have to look forward to in the future is me and somebody you don't know. I want to call him Luke. Me and somebody you don't know. We are constantly making plans about what to do. Like whenever we text, there's always like one thing that pops up that we have to do when we meet again. Which is
That
funny
is
because it's just random little things. Like we're both really big into cuddling, but we don't want to do it like romantically. We just want to do it platonically.
that
So,
does not make sense, but okay.
you maybe. I also want to romantically cuddle with somebody. I just want to cuddle with people. I love
Ah,
cuddling people.
that's led to a lot of funny interactions at school where I don't like hugs and they want to hug.
Hey, I only hugged you one time, and it was because it was basically one of the last times I would ever see you.
Yeah,
But I didn't get hugged back, but that's okay.
I'm just not good with that.
Which, honestly, fair. That's fair.
I just want to finish cutting this tree down. Stop trying to kill me.
Smells so nice in the woods. And I haven't been kidnapped or murdered yet. So
That
that's
sounds
good.
great.
It is great. Oh my
Well, the
god, I can see the
surprising but great.
stars at night. That's something I could never see before, and now I can always see it. But
Cool
yeah.
idea.
But yeah, so
Man, if you ever want
really
to see the stars, go to Colorado. Colorado mountains. Wow.
too cold. I would
But it's
freeze.
amazing.
But yeah. Uh I what's great is that the person I keep making plans with keeps planning on moving out of state. I don't ever really have I like the only reason I really go back to Nebraska anymore is Elias. So
Should I be honored or offended?
honored. Honored because you're the only thing that I care about in Nebraska.
How did my wooden axe get negative durability?
Uh-uh. I'm so excited. I live to be whoa crazy, but it feels
Why are we in
alright.
choir?
That's not a choir song. That's a
Why?
Britney Spears song.
Why are you singing music?
Because I can. Because I said something earlier and it made the song pop in my head. Don't remember what I said, but it was just the word crazy. That was what made the song pop in my head.
Crazy.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats, and rats made me crazy. I'm going down a steep hill with no handlebars to hold on to.
That sounds a lot like how our conversation's going, actually.
I didn't fall. Ooh, should I go down another steep hill? I'm
Why is
going
it
to
so
do it.
fun to not press the brakes going down a hill in a car, but also extremely dangerous? Like, how could you do this to me?
That
How
makes me
dare
concerned
you?
about the fact that you're able to drive now.
Uh, it's
But
so
also,
fun.
that's how I feel about being on a bike or being on my roller skates.
Well, with a bike, you can stop a lot quicker,
That is true.
more
Roller
painfully.
skates is roller skates are really hard to stop on though.
I never want to touch those things again.
Again,
I was a lot younger
that's fair.
and made some stupid mistakes.
I didn't learn how to rollerblade until I was older, and then I can't do it anymore because it hurts my ankles. I have really unstable ankles. Because people with HEDS sometimes they can have like parts of their body that are worse than, and, like it's not just the entire body. There's certain parts that are worse. And personally, the ankles and the elbows are really what's like the worst for me. Especially my right elbow was really bad. And the reason for it is probably because when I was younger, mom would make me write sentences whenever I got in trouble.
Oh boy.
And so unknowingly, she damaged my arm.
What?
Because when you write, well, first off, I write really hard.
Okay, why?
Not on purpose or anything. I try to write lighter. It's just so hard for me to write lightly. And so, anyways, and when you write the same sentence 100 times over and over
Ah,
without being allowed a break,
I see. Well,
it's
I
not very,
hear, but
yeah, it's not very pleasant. So that was a common punishment for me when I was younger. It got me to stop doing bad things though. So
the amount of stupid stuff I've done is not unrivaled, but definitely concerning.
yeah, I was a good kid.
I was not.
I would get in trouble and mom would ground me for like a week and then like a day later she'd be like, you're such a good kid. Just be good, all right? And you can be off grounding. And I was like, okay,
Oh,
sweet
my parents
innocent
would kill
me. Well,
you.
okay. To be fair, I was really little and I was really innocent and sweet. And I didn't really get in trouble that often, but also mom would also be like, "Hey, how about what punishment do you think you deserve for what you did?"
None.
So, mom would tell me to basically choose my own punishment. And sweet innocent me wanted to basically make my mom happy. I didn't want her to be disappointed with the punishment I chose. So I always gave myself really harsh punishments for something really little. Like I would be like, I should be grounded for 3 weeks. Like that was a genuine one that I would like immediately go to because I always thought that she wanted me to have like a really harsh punishment. Um,
Why? Why would you
because
do that?
because I didn't want to disappoint mom.
You may
I'm
have
the type
other
of
problems.
Oh yeah, I'm a people pleaser. Uh,
Ah,
remember when last year I dyed my hair at the last day of school?
no. I
Okay, so
actually really don't.
last year on the last day of school, I dyed my hair purple because another one of my friends wanted to be a hairdresser, and I was like, "Hey, you could practice on me, and we should do it on the last day of school
Oh,
because the punishment wouldn't be as bad." And so I did it, and so I let them do it, and I technically got in trouble, but the only reason I got in trouble was because we didn't properly clean up the mess when we were done. Like we tried, but the bell rang and we had to get to class.
for
So yeah.
clarification, I do remember this now. They did it in the school bathrooms
Actually,
during
we
the
didn't.
day.
We actually did it on the school table, but we didn't get the table dirty. We got the bathroom dirty when we were trying to rinse out my hair.
Kind of the same.
So, so anyway, yeah, I made that little mistake, and so we had to leave the mess there. And the janitors ended up cleaning it up, and they're like, "Hey, so you ended up doing this. We could you after this class go up to the dean's office, that way we can properly give you a punishment." I was like, "Yeah, that's okay. Really apologize. I'll go right up right afterwards." And so I went that after class, I went to the dean's office and I talked to the dean, and the dean was like the dean explained how the janitors had to clean the sink and how it was really difficult for them. And I was genuinely on the verge of tears. Like, I
Mhm.
genuinely felt like I was gonna cry because I did not wanna give the janitors a harsh time,
Uh-huh.
and I don't like being in trouble, so I felt really fucking bad. And so the dean was just like, so during your lunch mod, half the lunch mod, you're fine, you can eat, you can do whatever, but then the other half, just help the janitor with just picking up trash around the cafeteria." So I ended up getting off on basically no punishment.
Nice.
Because it was the last day of school, I accidentally guilt tripped the dean, and I was overall a really good kid. They didn't even call home about it.
Nice.
So
Lucky.
I came home later that day, and the parents were like, "Did you dye your hair?" I was like, "Yeah, I let a friend do it because I want to be a hairdresser." And they were like, "Huh, okay. Did you not get in trouble?" Or no, they didn't even ask if I got in trouble, I don't think. They're like, "Okay," and then just moved on with their day. So yeah, I didn't get in trouble for I mean, I did get in trouble for dyeing my hair at school, reasonably so, but I accidentally guilt tripped the dean into giving me a less harsh punishment because I was genuinely really upset. Because the janitors go through so much and they don't deserve to have to clean up a really bad mess, especially since the hair dye stains really bad, and so it must have sucked to scrub that out. I feel so bad. But yeah. So I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. Like the other day, I spent the last little bit of money I had on a friend to get ice cream because they recently had a pet pass away, and so I really wanted to make them feel better. So I'm like, here, Go get yourself some ice cream. And they're like, I'll pay you back. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. Just go get ice cream. Make sure you get me one too. And so that was the last of my money that I'm going to have for the next who knows how long until I'm able to get a job again. Yeah. Worth it. I'll say worth it. I also spent $7 on a cake I didn't really want because one of my friends are doing a fundraiser thing and I didn't really want to make him like because he wasn't getting a lot of people to agree to it, so I just agreed to it. Because at first I said no, but then he couldn't get anybody, and so I was like, you know what, I'll get one. And then later on, I learned there was a lemon one, and I'm so happy I learned that because now I can get a lemon cake. He's yet to text me. Not the point. Yo, Elias, you alive over there? I think Elias left for a moment. And of course, my immediate thought was to go to Death Note, but I might not do it. What's a good topic that I could talk about that isn't Death Note related? I was about to say the Los Angeles baby murder case, but that is literally in the Death Note universe. I really love the LA BB murder case. It's so good. Genuine B is genuinely my favorite character in Death Note, in the Death Note universe.
I leave for 30 seconds.
You left for more than 30 seconds. I could tell because I told like two other separate stories and you were silent and you didn't talk at all or you didn't make any noise. So I knew you were gone. But
Well,
you
you're
know
also a verbal freight train.
what? Touche. I was just talking about how I'm a pushover. These other two stories I know you don't know about though.
Ah,
I basically spent the last of my money on two friends. That's
from where?
yeah. Yeah. Both for
Nebraska or
free
where you went?
here.
Oh.
Like literally I won't be able to get money for who knows how long because I don't have a job. So
Why?
because one person's pet passed away and I wanted to make them feel better. And the other person was doing a fundraiser thing and he couldn't get anybody to agree, so I agreed. But I'm getting a lemon cake, so it's worth it.
What?
Not a fundraiser thing, but like he's basically I don't know how to explain it, but he's going around like, hey, for I forgot what it's called, bunt cakes or something like that. But
Yeah,
I'm getting a miniature lemon cake. $7 is a lot of money for a cake, but at the same time, they're putting labor into it, so I understand why it's $7. And the ingredients cost a lot, the time, which is the labor. So yeah, I get why it's $7. I get
yeah.
a lemon cake! And I'm not sharing it with Killian. I'm gonna rub it in his face. He's been a dick lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's decided to basically not do what he's supposed to constantly. And so the parents are like, hey, this is like the one time I want you to actually be a jerk to your brother.
Good.
Yeah. So, like, I keep trying to convince the parents to get us ice cream. So, and then Killian can't have any, which kind of sucks for him. But I also used the ice cream. I told him about my plan, how I keep trying to convince the parents to get us ice cream. And I told him that way he could be like, hey, I should be good so I can get ice cream. And he said, hey, if I'm good, then I could get ice cream. But he hasn't been good yet. He only got 4 sentences done today because he also had to do. Remember how I was telling you about the sentence punishment earlier?
Yeah.
Well, Killian has to do it now. Like we tried other punishments, none of them are working, so now he's just stuck on the sentence punishment right now.
Dang. What? I don't know what.
But yeah, he's only able to get like 4 sentences done a day
How?
because he's dumb. He doesn't realize. I mean, like he realizes. He knows logically because we've told him repeatedly that if he just gets sentences done, then he won't have to do them. But no, the dumbass decides to not do any, and so he keeps prolonging his punishment.
He a moron.
Because like he doesn't have a set number of what he has to do. He just has to write consecutively for an hour. He just has to show that he's been putting in work. That's all he has to do. But he gets 4 done in an hour, and then he won't even do it. They aren't even well written or anything. So, yeah, that's annoying.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So my brother's being a dumbass. Third golf cart.
That's 3 more than I've ever seen in Nebraska.
I just want to pass the bridge without a golf cart. That's all I want. But no.
How about no?
I'm gonna start heading the other way, actually. It's gonna be dark soon. Fine, fine. I won't fully cross the bridge. I'll just start heading back. That's fine, because that's like another hour. Yeah. Did I go for like 40 minutes last episode on just
I don't
my own
know.
random bullshit after Elias left? Because I remember Elias leaving, but I can't remember how long. I just went through the podcast by myself.
Something like that. I don't know. You guys would know better than I would.
They probably just tuned out as soon as you left. I'm gonna be honest.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Dialogue is always more fun than a monologue.
Yeah, because I was just talking about Tangled the series Moonstone Cast, how she had so much potential. She had so much potential. You don't
I think that's
understand.
true for a lot of series. Hey, I feel like I'm
That is,
about to piss off a lot of people. Well, even though nobody listens to this, we're just shouting into an empty room, hoping somebody's listening. Boy, that's a thought. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to upset some Gravity Falls fans.
mm,
Mabel did not have a savior arc. It was redemption. She caused Weird Meg.
I mean,
Like,
yeah. What's
what?
a
What part?
savior arc?
Basically, they save everyone
Oh, yeah,
from
you are
some
aware that like
enemy.
half the fandom hates Mabel, right?
Yeah, Mabel's kind of a bitch. What? Go
I
work on
like
your thing,
Mabel.
dude.
I like Mabel because I can relate to her zany personality. Don't get me wrong. She's a
That
little bit of
part,
a bitch.
yes, but
She's
the
a
rest
little
of
bit
it,
of a
no.
bitch. But she does usually have fairly decent intentions. Usually.
She's just really dumb about them.
Yeah. And if you really want to go in depth about it all, Stanley was the one who actually saved the day at the very end of it. And if you really want to go really in depth, it would be Stan and Stanford because they were the ones who devised the plan to end Weird Mageddon altogether. So it'd
Well,
actually be
yes,
both of them who saved everyone. So Dipper and Mabel didn't save shit.
actually, it was mostly Dipper, because otherwise Mabel would still be stuck in a thing, and they wouldn't have mostly completed the glyph, getting them all stuck in there, where they
That is
had the
fair.
opportunity to switch out and do that. Yeah.
That is fair. Dipper did do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But Mabel did cause Weird Mageddon. But to be fair, she
Mabel's
thought
a
that she.
jealous. Mhm.
No, Mabel was tricked. I mean, don't get me wrong. She was being very. She wasn't very understanding of Dipper's situation. But at the same time, when the person that he grew up with for 12 years decides to stay with somebody that he barely even knows, especially when the person is your twin, it does. I can imagine it would be pretty heartbreaking.
Boo-hoo. I mean, yeah, I get it, but like,
Imagine, okay, fine. Imagine if Kita decided that there was this other dog somewhere else, and Kita decided to run off to that other dog and leave you completely behind and never see you again, except for on occasion, like rarely, like once a
dogs are
year at
different.
most. What?
Dogs are different.
Okay, but that's basically how Mabel felt.
Wah, wah, wah. That's all you do all day. Wah,
It
wah.
is 1825.
What?
I was talking to somebody else who asked me what time it was.
And
It's
you
8.
gave them military.
If they really want to know what time it is, they can math it.
Most people don't know how to math. Yes, the Laverna.
That's true. It's
They just don't.
8:25. Not 8:25, that's 2025. It's okay, I had the number 6 in my head. I was gonna say 6:25, but I didn't for some reason. It's 6:26 now. Not for Elias. For Elias, it's 5:25.
Yeah, roughly.
Well, 5:26. It's 5:26 for Elias.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm both a Mabel lover and a Mabel hater because I have no actual stance on it. I could fight on both sides. It really just depends. I personally love Gravity Falls. I have a Gravity Falls pocket watch on right now that a friend gave to me. He was graduating, and he gave me this pocket watch because he said it was basically like a thank you gift because I was like I was one of his first friends who connected him with a lot of the people he ended up talking to throughout his senior year because he ended up moving from he was from California, but then he moved over to Nebraska. And so I was one of the first people who connected him with a bunch of other people because I'm the type of person who just has a bunch of random ass friends from random ass friend groups. And so, yeah, he ended up giving me this pretty cool pocket watch.
What? Not being a douche gets you places?
Yeah, it does.
That's
Surprisingly,
crazy.
Elias, having friends can actually be useful because people like to give me things. Half of my wardrobe has been free from friends.
It took me 4 tries to understand what that meant.
Yeah, people like giving me things. I guess I kind of have that MC energy.
That what?
Main character energy.
Oh.
Earlier today, it's funny because early today I was texting some other friends, and they were talking about if we were part of a TV show, like some sort of TV thing, what type of character would we be? And so mom was like, "What are you giggling at your phone at?" And I told her what we were talking about. And mom's immediate reaction was, "Well, I could say that you're the main character." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "You have too many issues not to be."
Ah. That's
And I'm
probably
not
not
even
a
talking.
good thing.
No, and then she followed it up with, "That's I'm not even talking about the Ealers."
Wow, okay. That is indeed a statement.
Yeah, my mom is amazing. She has said some of the funniest things. I like to quote my mom a lot, and there was one time where I quoted my mom, and one of my friends were like, "Of course your mom said that."
Hmm.
Let me see if I could pull up one of my mom's funny quotes. Who texted me? I'll look at that later.
I think we should I'll just go through the quotes list right now, why don't we?
That is no dicks and no Kool-Aid. Mom was talking about Kool-Aid as in the cult Kool-Aid, like the cult wine.
Well, time to put more kids down, me realizing I need to cook more kid burgers. Ah, humans are not accordions.
You look like you have an ear infection. You look like you're from Timu. That wasn't my mom. That was a random student and my teacher, my business teacher.
You
There was
what?
this really funny Christian one that was low key offensive, but in the funny way, as some jokes are, where they're offensive but they're funny.
I've met glaciers with more warmth and compassion.
As in,
And move
yeah,
faster, she's
Hester. He's
slow.
slow. Yeah, that's from Tickle the series.
Gosh.
If someone dies. Hurry, hold on.
We
I
don't
can't
need
remember the tune. I can't remember the tune of the song.
good.
If someone dies, it's on me, not you. Shot through the back, and I'm to
No.
blame. Darling, you
No,
should
no, no,
look both ways.
no.
Mom was playing Skyrim. We love not killing people. Genuine quote from my mom.
Hmm.
Have you heard of mushroom coffee? Is it magical? No, but you are. Death and taxes, it all comes together.
It's legal human trafficking. Literally. Me talking about orphanages. I
If
mean,
it's
I'm not
natural,
wrong.
then I'll die even faster. I'll suck a dick. I might be on drugs. I don't even know where I heard that quote, but it was most certainly not from my mom. I think it was just something random that my brain made up. Yes, me casually doing the definition of anal.
Huh?
Not that type of anal. It's the type of anal that, hold on, of or relating to, characterized by, or being personality traits such as parsimony, meticulousness, and ill humor, considered typical of fixation at the anal state of development. An anal disposition, often used as a non-technical context to describe someone as extremely or excessively neat and careful or precise. I have a mania for neatness in some manners that is almost anal. Joseph Heller. My mom talking to my dad. You're cute. Yum. Me who's not listening to her. Not you. You think you're funny, but you're not. You'll never compare to me. Something my mom said. Then for fate, you're a murderer. What? The game life, but it's made more accurate.
Hmm.
Oh, hey, it was just you telling me why you left for a moment earlier. I looked at that message that I had, and it was just Elias saying they had fold laundry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna be honest, our quotes channel's kind of tame compared
yeah.
to
Well, I mean, yeah, from that server. I haven't posted a lot of funny quotes from there into.
Man, I have a cousin, where if I shared that channel, there would probably be consequences.
If I actually wreaked havoc on that channel, I would have a lot of fun. I actually have a quote book of just things I've said to myself, things I haven't said to anyone else, and these are all things that I plan on writing in the fanfic that I'm writing. I'm gay and confused, understandable and relatable.
Your wedding?
El Blow lights bulb. If you can't tell, it's a law light fanfic, which to Elias he won't understand that. To Death Note fans, they would.
I don't understand anything. What's so hard to understand about that?
I actually like the cold. Kira would like the cold. What? When you spend several months handcuffed together, watch every piece of security footage you have of him, and try to spend every second of every day with him for investigation purposes, you get to know his body. It's not that weird.
I've got questions. And I don't know if I want answers.
The only way you'll really truly understand that is Death Note.
No, thank you.
Everyone wants Light to step on them. That's just a fact of life.
Huh? Would you care to repeat that?
Nisa, you would need a magnifying glass to find Light's heterosexuality. See, it's funny because he's going to commit mass murder.
Okay.
Fun fact, your mom's a hoe. Fun fact, she's actually a slut. We love
You're
nuclear warfare.
Nuclear warfare.
I think Elias was on his nuclear warfare when I quoted that. He's
I
not
was what?
insane. He's not insane, just a little extra goofy. You remember when you would go on Character AI and you would just try to convince Mario to engage in nuclear
Oh,
warfare?
that's right. Whoops.
And then he called you a monster for blowing up Bowser and murdering him?
He
Torture!
literally kidnaps your girlfriend every other week. Like, dude, you've got problems, my guy.
Torture! No, sex. Aww.
Oh, what?
Let's put heroin on the shower walls.
What?
You're so gay. For me, Samane, always. The gay man is
Wow.
kissing a woman again.
You got a problem with?
That's that's not a healthy lunch. You're not a healthy lunch. Wait, hold on. Boredom. It's how sex starts. He didn't kidnap children. Only orphans.
I swear I kicked that child out of self-defense. Common quote. A lot of people have heard it, but come on. It's still good.
One moment you're talking about applesauce pouches and now about sucking dick?
Oh,
It's not, it's not kinky, it's klutzy. I found my
arguable.
foot!
You what?
It's not creepy if no one else knows. As a creepy guy, that is, in fact, incorrect. Healthiest relationship, platonic or romantic? Probably the one with my kids. Only healthy because you're not a part of it. Well, I mean, if Misa called me mommy, I wouldn't complain. The kinkiest thing. Hand holding, Miyazaki. We should not be going that far. A lot of things are just like joking about how scary sex is, which is pretty on par for me. The mystery bag is never empty, always has candy. You sound like a kidnapper.
Oh,
It's like Miyazaki, not technically old, but still decrepit. Right, your boyfriend is being British again.
oh my gosh. Why must you do this to me?
I have a lot more, by the way.
I
Like,
can tell.
and that's how you get human trafficked.
Stop. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started about a few months ago.
He had been hiding under the cover of his relationship with women for such a long time that he had forgotten how obvious it was that he preferred men.
What?
Yep. Oof. She slowly put a Pop Tart in her mouth before asking, "Have you heard of pedophilia?"
Wow. Okay, maybe we should get away from quotes for a minute then. There is such a thing as overusing a joke.
No, no, no,
Yes.
that was a different joke. It was about pedophilia that time.
Still quotes
I can't
though.
remember. I can't remember what they caught. That was the only one about pedophilia that I'm aware of.
That you're aware. Wow.
I quote myself a little too much. You just don't want anyone to see the sucking dick one. Yeah, that's exactly why.
Wow.
Here's the context for the sucking dick one. You try being 100% certain that you're gonna die and try not sucking your enemies. And then he gets cut off. Because the enemy in question walked in. Stop. Get your mind out of the gutter. You're literally doing an NSFW roleplay thing. You have no room to talk.
Shush.
I don't want to be a part of your gay NSFW schemes.
About that.
Ayo? You have something to say, Elias?
Yeah, I said the words about that.
Yeah. Why'd you say that? Do
It
you want
sounds
to be
like
a
you have
part?
more to say about that.
Do you have. Do you want to be a part of gay NSFW schemes?
No.
Probably just NSFW schemes.
No. The answer is scheme.
If it's a scheme he's in.
Not always. I can spot pretty stupid schemes that will most likely fail. I do not have a 100% success rate, however, I have a pretty high one.
That means gay NSFW schemes are not entirely out the question.
Don't go adding your own meaning to this.
Because there are times in which there's a really hot guy that you could probably fuck.
What if I don't
Unless, of
want
course,
to?
I mean, fair. Fair.
The answer is
And then,
simple. I am not into that.
fair.
Nor will
For
I
all I know,
be in that.
you could just never want to have sex in your life, and that's okay.
For all I figure at this moment, that's how it's looking.
Cool. Me too.
Yeah.
Except I'm a
Life.
self-diagnosed asexual, so
What? You cut out.
I'm an asexual.
Ah.
So
I thought you said something about ADHD and diagnosed, so.
no, I said self-diagnosed asexual because you don't need an actual doctor to diagnose that.
Yeah. It's you. Like, how could somebody else tell that about you? You can get a
Yep.
lucky guess, of course, but, you know.
Also, mom. Hello, random animal. Anyway, mom knows me very well, apparently, because we were for some reason the conversation about my sexuality randomly pops up for no reason, and she's like, you're not gay. You're not entirely straight either. You just go for whatever makes you happy. And yeah. Which some people could be like, oh, that's pansexual, that's bisexual. I don't really care. It could be either one. Elias probably knows what neither of those truly mean.
I could probably make a guess.
What's your guess? I'm just
I
curious.
don't want to.
I mean, I wouldn't judge you about what your guess is.
No, but the people in the room with me would.
Oh. Basically, they're the same thing. A lot of people will argue that they're not the same thing, but they are. Basically, you like anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wee.
We.
That's just my default noise for when I almost fall over.
We instead of fun.
Oh no, when I actually fall over, then I cuss. But not when I just feel the feeling of almost falling over. You know?
Uh,
You probably don't know.
I don't think you realize you've been over to my house before.
Yes,
Um,
several times.
yeah, it's super easy to fall over
Actually, you have everything really close together, so if you do fall over, you can quickly grab onto something.
or smash your head through it.
Or smash your head through it. But
Really
yeah.
depends on your dexterity and reaction
Yeah.
speed. So if you won't probably, but like if ever meeting me in life, there's a good chance we'll be jumpy. Oh, that's not a good thing to be. I know.
I think a lot of times when I draw Elias, I typically draw him like tired and like anxious whenever I'm doodling Elias's little avatar that you guys know of. I've only drawn Elias, like actual Elias, one time, and it was on a sticky note that I stuck on his iPad, but I think he might have thrown it away.
I don't remember ever
Cause
seeing it.
I remember what happened. It was on the table, the mod after you left, and so I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, so I'll just throw it away because I don't need this." It was just meant for something for you to find to be humored at. So I just threw it away.
And then I didn't ever see it because it fell off like immediately. Not
Yep.
against you, but like it kind of happens.
Yeah. Now I see the light. The sky is blue. Sorry, a random song popped in my head because the golf cart passed by and it's dark now.
What? Ah, yes, a song because it just popped into my head. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, no, so there was a golf cart. And so it's dark, okay? It's not
Yeah.
quite nighttime, but it's getting to nighttime, you know? So it's
Hmm.
dark. And so a golf cart has the lights in the front like a regular car, you know? How it would just
Okay.
shine on the path so you can see. So that was driving past me, and so I saw the light. And so immediately a song popped in my head.
At last, you do indeed see the light.
Yeah, it was a random Tangled song. Not Tangled the series this time. Yeah. I have no
Yeah.
clue what I have no clue what I'm gonna draw for this one because I've been so all over the place that there's not really a concise thing to draw.
What do you mean? Just like having our goofy little guys do?
Yeah. I don't know what to draw our guys doing. I'm gonna have to draw it on paper because I don't have the school iPad anymore.
Oh, that's right. And then you can't send it to me, so you
I
guys
can
are just
take a
gonna
yeah,
be getting a short GIF again for the entire episode.
not entire, not maybe. I mean maybe. It really just depends if I feel like drawing on paper or not.
Fair.
And I do technically have the parents' iPad that I could draw on, but I'm not used to the app. I'm not used to how the pencil operates, and just overall, I don't really like how Sketch whatever
Was it an
operates.
apple?
It's an Apple. We're gonna get Procreate later, but we're focusing on more important things to buy right now.
Well,
So
in the meantime, you could use Notability.
we
If
don't have Notability on it. No, I don't
yeah,
like drawing on Notability. That's even worse than what I already have. Ew, because you can't do layers or anything like that. Ugh,
picky, picky.
I am picky. I much prefer Procreate.
I can tell.
But yeah, I'll see if I want to draw on the other app. I
So
need to
yeah.
draw Misa Amane. I need to learn how to draw Light Yagami and Misa Amane and L. I just need to learn how to properly draw all of them because I suck at drawing them. But I really want to doodle them. But every time I try to draw Light, I always end up drawing one of my OCs by accident because I'm it's the hairstyle that defines it. You know, you don't know, but it's the hairstyle because Light has this nice, neat hairstyle, but I'm not good at drawing nice, neat hairstyles. Don't get me wrong,
Mm.
his hairstyle is fucking ugly as hell. Like, okay, Light's hairstyle is so stupid to draw. Like, Elle's hairstyle might be dumb to draw, but Lights is worse.
Not
Misa's
gonna lie,
hairstyle's
because I
all.
knew nothing, I thought they were the same person because it started with an L.
You know what? That's fair. Elle and Light are two different people. One of them's a depressed, antisocial, sweet, loving, like sugary food type of loving person who shuts himself away from the world and is a detective. He's literally the number one detective of the world. Everybody fucking like has to bow down to him. And he's only 25.
Good for
Anyway,
him.
I guess. Fucking emo ass motherfucker. Anyway, and then Light Yagami is the A plus student, top of his class, fucking nerdy prep kid. Ow. Eek, thorns. Okay. And he he's very like he's the opposite of L. Not in intelligence. They like
He's
almost
the
match
opposite
each
of
other.
L. He makes the mysteries.
Actually, yes, he did make the mystery.
Oh my.
That is actually Light is genuinely the only person who can rival L.
Me trying to find where I asked for all of this information.
Light is Kira, and Kira is the person that the police are trying to hunt down. And so, because Kira is killing a bunch of criminals, and
Hmm.
so L is tasked. He is like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna solve this case, motherfuckers." And so he attempts to solve the case, and he's like, "Okay, so here's everything that I've found so far. I'm gonna need your guys' help with something real quick. So could you please do this little thing for me?" What? A criminal dying because of it? No way! Anyway, so a criminal goes up on stage, pretends to be L, delivers a speech, and then the criminal ends up dying because the criminal he pretends to be L. So Kira doesn't know that he doesn't know that the criminal is actually a criminal. He thinks that it's the world's greatest detective. And so he kills the world's greatest detective because he doesn't want to be caught by the police. And so L is like super cocky about it because nobody knows what L actually looks like. He keeps his face and his name is everything hidden from the world. Like I said, he's really fucking antisocial. And so, uh, and so L is just being super cocky about it, and he's like, "Huh. So this was a little test. It was said it was broadcast around the world, but it was actually only broadcast in this one specific area of Japan, the Kanto region of Japan. So, now I know where you live." And so slowly, L keeps narrowing down who could be Kira until he's finally left with Light being Kira. But he doesn't have enough evidence to actually say that Light is Kira. And so Light is over here because he wants to be a police officer when he grows up. Grows up. He's heading to college, so he is grown up. But you know what I mean. When he graduates college, he wants to become a detective. And then his dad is he's really high up in the detective world. Like if the he's he's a chief. Very funny. He's a chief. His dad is a chief, and so Light's like he knows a lot about the law system and all of that because of how high up his dad is. And so Light is able to meet Elle because Elle feels like being a cocky little bitch, and he ends up is like, "Hey, yo, Light Yagami, I'm Elle." And so Light's like, "Huh? Okay, I guess." And so they end up having this like low key kind of gay rivalry. Um, if you watch the anime foot massage scene,
Huh?
I'm actually surprised Elias is still here. It's still somewhat listening. Foot massage scene. It's supposed to be a biblical reference
What? No.
because so I've read from other people. I haven't read the Bible, so I've seen from the internet. Apparently, there's this one moment between Judas and Jesus where one guy, I think Jesus, I can't remember which one, gives the other person either like a foot massage or washes his feet or something like that, and it's like right before he ends up dying. And then the same episode, Elle, the person giving the foot massage, ends up dying. So it's supposed to be a biblical reference, but I mean, I'm not really sure if you can consider that moment a biblical reference, considering how homosexual it is.
Hey, Jasper. I know
Hey,
you're
yeah.
not, I guess, a little fan, but like, do me a favor real quick. Look up Ezekiel 23:20.
Ezekiel 23:20.
Yes, you won't regret it.
Ezekiel 23:20.
Yes.
How do you spell Ezekiel?
Oh, Eze
E-Z-E. Oh, found it.
Kiel.
Yeah, I found it.
23
There
colon
she
20.
lusts after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think the Bible is very interesting. Honestly,
Yeah.
I should read the Bible, but just so I could put it in my fan fiction.
That. I mean, it'll get you reading it, I guess.
Elias is religious. I am not religious. So
Not uptight about it, but
I know you're not uptight about it. I wasn't saying that. I guess other people would assume that. Elias
yeah.
isn't uptight about it or anything. But yeah, so it makes her for some very interesting conversations sometimes.
Like
Because I'm
Ezekiel
a,
23:20.
I guess, yeah. On the subject of God, do you think that maybe when it came to like evolution and stuff, there's scientific evidence that evolution is real. So maybe God at some point just gave up and he was like, you know what? Look at all this bullshit I did. You figure it out. And so he just basically forced evolution to happen so he didn't have to do anything.
um, that's one theory.
But yeah, like if there is a God, that would probably be my theory because we do have evidence of evolution. So, but it's again one of those to each their own things. Religion's actually kind of really cool because it's a bunch of stories that, in theory, are supposed to help teach you to become a better person. And so that's how because a lot of people, if they didn't have that consequence about after, like the consequences about after death, if there was no consequence to anything that they do, then a lot of people would do a lot of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anything, religion can be a very useful and powerful thing. As long as people don't use it in such a bad way as some people try to do. Luckily, Elias is cool.
What?
You're religious, but you're not the stuck up type of religious.
Hmm.
Anyway, I've probably annoyed Elias with the religious talk, so I will find something else to talk about. Not Death Note, because that would also annoy Elias. Hmm. Elias, what's something you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Well, that's not useful. I've been doing like all the talking.
You may have noticed I'm not great at coming up with topics.
Yeah.
Hey, here's one. When you ever gonna get computer? A
Whenever I get a
joke.
job. I know. I really hope to get a job soon. Somebody said that I should work at Johnny's, which is a pizza place nearby. And I was like, that's a great idea, except my mom doesn't want me to work in the food industry. So Yeah. Mom doesn't want me to work in the food industry because it's really bad on my body, blah, blah, blah. But I really want to work in the food industry, like, well, at least for, part-time job because it's easy. I personally have fun with it. And I don't want to work at Kroger. Kroger
Ah,
does not sound like a fun place to work at. Anyway, this is stuff that Elias has heard before. So,
yeah. So,
yeah, Elias is a very fun name to say.
I mean, I guess.
Whee! Fun fact: Laverna was originally the my hero OC.
Fun fact, I came up with this name because I was bored.
I can't remember why I came up with the name Laverna. Laverna's last name is Hart due to what her quirk was supposed to be, and her quirk is basically extreme
Heart attacks.
empathy. she's not Kira.
Heart
A joke
attacks.
that you not heart attacks. Not heart attacks.
Why
That would be
not?
funny though. Because you know what shut up, Duolingo. You already know what Laverna does, and it's not heart attacks.
I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, heart attack.
Laverna is a very interesting character. Her power is uh it's very weird to explain. Basically, she has extreme empathy where if she, like, let's say that she just like poked Elias, she would get she would feel extremely anxious. Let's see, it's funny because Elias is always anxious. Anyway.
It's funny how dumb you are.
Yeah. But so basically, and a part of her power is that she's able to transfer emotions from person to person. So, like, if she's feeling a positive emotion, she can make Elias feel that positive emotion. But in order to make Elias feel the positive emotion, she has to take away some of his anxious emotion. So it's like a trade.
A really bad one.
Yeah, a really bad trade. And so, yeah, whenever Laverna has a mental breakdown, don't touch her.
Well, what are you talking about? It's fun.
Because if Laverna's feeling bad enough for a mental breakdown, she has the feelings from other people just encompassed in her, plus her own emotion. So she gets pushed over the edge. So if you even just poke her for a second, you're gonna feel a whirlwind of emotions that you did not want to feel.
Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm.
What
That's
song is that?
those aren't the right notes.
What what song am I referring to? What
I
song are
don't
you
know.
referring?
Funky Town?
Oh, we were referring to different songs. I think I was referring to a boy band song.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we were talking about very different songs. Every time I think about Funky Town, I don't think of Funky Town. I think of Uptown Funk.
uh
Can't remember any of the lyrics right now. Say my name, you know who I am. Too hot, act, break dragon, one time. Wait, what? I haven't sang that song in so long. I haven't listened to that song in so long. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what?
Woohoo! I don't know. Yeah.
Why are you saying yeah then?
I don't know, but yeah. Just yeah. Yeah? Yeah.
No.
Damn you. Oh no, a golf
Why?
cart. You're right.
That's
I undamn you.
oop. No, don't jump, please. Thank you. Good girl.
That was really weird to hear randomly.
Yeah, my dog. Both my dogs actually. Why are you wet?
Could be taken out of
Anyways,
context.
yes, it can. Both of my dogs get stuck on my headphones cord sometimes and accidentally throw my entire computer off of the desk it's on.
Womp womp.
It's not a heavy computer, but it's not that hard to do.
Woo. I'm not dizzy.
Woohoo!
Accomplishment of the moment. Oh, Elias, I didn't tell you about my ramen revelation.
What?
Revelation. My revelation, not revolution. Okay, so so a package of ramen has 2 servings. Each serving is about half a bag of the broth powder and half of the noodle.
What kind of weirdo would only do half?
Okay, let me finish. It has 760 milligrams, 33% of sodium per serving. It has 1,520 milligrams, 66% of sodium per package. Meaning, if I were to have 3 servings of ramen, I would have 2,280 milligrams of sodium. And for every 4 servings, 2 packages, the amount I typically consume, I would have 3,040 milligrams of sodium. And so somebody with POTS, according to a very, 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 very quick Google search, should have about 10,000 to 12,000 milligrams of salt per day. Meaning, if I had 12 to 16 packets of ramen per day, I would have consumed roughly about enough sodium for the day.
Maybe don't do that.
I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying that it would technically be an effective method to get my salt intake.
Maybe don't.
Don't worry, I won't. I don't really feel like getting sores in my mouth again.
Yeah, I think there's other kinds of things that you shouldn't have that much of.
Huh?
Just a logistical issue. Like, there's other things probably that you should not consume that much of in there that you do not know about.
Probably, but also ramen for the most part, the reason why it's so unhealthy is the fact that there's just a lot of sodium in it, and a lot of people's bodies can't handle that much sodium because, it's a lot of salt. And so, yeah, I think that's what mostly makes it unhealthy. And there's no real nutrients in it, no protein or anything. But I mean, like, a typical cliche is that a lot of college students live off ramen. Well, if they live off ramen and they're living, it's really not all that bad for you. That being said, I used to
Mm.
eat ramen so much as a kid. Like, I would eat it so much that my mom would have to ground me from ramen because I would get physical sores in my mouth. So for my safety, she had to ground me from ramen.
Wow.
So, so, um, but on the bright side, I never once got dizzy when I was younger. So I'll take a sore or two.
Why?
Well, ramen is my comfort food. I love ramen.
Good for you.
Ramen, ramen and slushies are so good. I'm going to be an amazing college student.
My gosh.
Wee.
Finally cleaning up my desktop. Should have done this a while
That's
ago.
good.
And by cleaning up, I mean just like moving stuff into other folders and not actually cleaning it up. Literally just
Organizing it a bit.
I'm making it look nice.
And then eventually someday you might go through
When I run out of space again.
it. which this video might make you do.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You might want to start working on that desktop.
Nah, that's a later problem. Oh boy. So, yeah. How long have we been talking?
Um, for over an hour probably.
Damn.
It has not yet reached 7:25, but it's like
Yeah.
oh, it's like 15 minutes away. So,
So I'm gonna go check something and then uh I might end the podcast bit here and then do like another episode.
maybe. Well, I'm going to be home in like a little while, so maybe not another podcast episode for
Yeah, no,
tonight.
obviously no. Just something
But
else.
yeah, cuz we've run out of conversation material for you guys.
Yep. No specific topic this episode, obviously. But,
Yeah.
just this is kind of how we talk.
Actually, we're a lot more loose when we talk.
Well, yes, but
I
I
usually
mean,
don't ramble this much. I'll say
fair.
that much. Usually
Well,
Elias is usually Elias is a little bit more interactive in the conversations.
yeah, well, either
Like,
way,
uh,
yeah. You're
yeah,
probably tired of us talking anyways. I mean,
it's been an hour.
yeah, there's only so much flapping our uh, I forget what the saying is. I don't know.
I don't even know what you were trying to say, my guy.
I don't know. It's an older saying, I think. I can't remember what to say.
Uh,
Flapping your jaw, I think it was.
uh.
Anyways, you've heard us talk enough.
And if you really want to hear us talk more, go listen to our other videos.
Wow, such crazy.
Wow!
Such
If this is the
insanity.
first time, if this is the first time you're listening, then you should go watch or go listen to our other podcast videos.
Trust me,
Just while you're,
you'll get bored enough waiting for new episodes. You'll do it.
yeah, you'll probably end up rewatching these. Just be like, when are they coming back? It's been a
Uh
year.
yeah, you're gonna start to question if we've died or not.
Don't worry, we haven't. We also have a Twitter and Instagram that I have not posted on in a very long time. But I'll probably get back up on that
I didn't know we
once we
even
have
had
more.
those.
I talked about it with Elias, and he was like, "You have fun with that, I guess." You know what? I should give you the Twitter so you can at least do it on the school iPad.
And that is true. Well, I do have to go, and I don't know what to say. There's no good outro.
Choose, I guess.
Deuces.
Yeah. Have a good night, goobers.